Whether physical or emotional, there are varying levels of pain a human can experience. Some painful experiences that pop into our heads first can include physical torture, getting tattoos, or even stepping on a pesky Lego brick. But what is actually the most painful thing you can physically experience? And what is happening in your brain and to your body when you encounter that excruciatingly high level of pain? Buckle up for the bullet ant. This ant measures in at a whopping 1 inch in length. This is not your average picnic-loving ant. Found in the Amazon rainforest, this ant gets its name for having a sting as painful as being shot. Not only is the sting unbearably painful, but the venom can cause muscle paralysis, disorientation, and hallucinations for hours afterwards. The Saterimawe tribe uses these ants in a ritual by sticking young boys' hands in gloves filled with bullet ants for 5 minutes or longer, all to test their mental and physical strength. But what if you're not making a trip to the Amazon anytime soon? Well, don't worry, there are still many more painful things you can experience wherever you are. Baking a deliciously cheesy pizza is great, but have you ever burned yourself taking that scorching hot pizza out of the oven? Depending on how hot your oven is, you likely only received a first-degree burn, which affects only the outer layer of the skin. Second-degree burns affect both the outer and underlying layer of skin, and a third-degree burn affects the deep layers of skin. What's strange is how your brain processes these different types of burns. You would think a third-degree burn would hurt the most, but this is not always true. When you receive a third-degree burn, the skin and nerve endings become damaged. Therefore, the nerves at the site of the burn aren't sending signals to your brain telling you how badly you've been burnt. So even if you receive a first or second-degree burn, your body could process that pain at a much higher level than a third-degree burn, which is actually doing more damage. Also high on the pain scale are broken bones, and although a broken finger or a broken toe can be more annoying than painful, one bone you don't want to break is your femur. It's the longest, largest, and strongest bone in your body. So when it gets snapped in two, you can experience exceptional amounts of pain that can continue to hurt for months it takes to heal. Imagine your thigh as a bow and arrow. When your femur is snapped in two, the natural constriction of the thigh muscle inadvertently pulls the entire thigh backward at the break, like a bow and arrow pulled too tightly, causing it to snap and fold on top of itself. Femur bone breaks can also be life-threatening, as the femoral artery, one of your body's major arteries, runs alongside it. Talk about a tough break! So what tops the pain charts? What can be more painful than a third-degree burn or a femur snapped in two? Kidney stones! That's right, these tiny, torturous stones are hard deposits made up of minerals and salts that form inside your kidneys and can affect any part of your urinary tract. After developing in your kidneys, the hard deposits travel to your bladder and are eventually expelled through your urethra. Depending on their size, any stage of the stone's journeys can be extremely painful. Think of your urinary tract as a plumbing system. Kidney stones block up the flow of urine, and backed up urine can put pressure on the kidney, resulting in extreme pain. Not only that, but the size of the kidney stones can vary greatly, from the size of a grain of sand to as big as a pea. In some terrible cases, kidney stones have been as large as a ping pong ball. So how long do you have to endure this excruciating pain? Anywhere from a few days to multiple weeks. And we've got bad news for soda lovers. Drinking sugary beverages has been linked to an increased chance of developing these super painful stones. So maybe switch to water to make sure you're not inadvertently setting yourself up for a pain worse than anything a dungeon torturer could come up with. What's the worst pain you've ever experienced? Do you think it was worse than any of these? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more episodes of Fuzzy and Nuts.